I'm here with Neal Neathery, defensive coordinator, Eastern Michigan. Coach, after the fourth game, you kind of threw the defense you were running, part of it, away, and went to a real man press type of style, utilizing your cornerbacks. What brought you to that decision?
Well, there was a few things. One is we just gotten our tail kicked by Buffalo, 50 points. So that was a catalyst for sure. We lost Blake Bogan for the year, and that was a real tragedy as far as just a kid that had worked his tail off and just gradually progressed and become really a rock in the back end. He was our guy. And we didn't know that we had developed as much with our younger safeties as we'd hoped. And so to play a 4-2-5 with our personnel didn't necessarily make a lot of sense. And then quite honestly, you know, my boss said, hey, I don't like what we're doing. I want the ball more. So we said, all right, let's get aggressive. And we sat down and tried to figure out what to do. And then Coach Needham was a ton of help, and Coach Johnson. The three of us sat down and just said, everything's open, let's throw ideas on the board and figure out what we're going to do. So that's how it happened.
Well, your numbers got slashed pretty good on the defensive side of the ball. So obviously it worked. How was it received by the players when you told your DBs, we're going to play man now? The zone stuff?
Yeah, we got great kids, and they buy into, I mean, they'll do what we ask, and we're lucky to have that. We had great kids, and I think they've enjoyed it, so it's been good. You know, it's been something different every week. Sometimes it takes us right up to game time to feel like we're ready to go. It's been something different up front every week, and so they've enjoyed the challenge of that, I think, and the new part of it.
Well, just so you know, I talked to Kempton Shine for a minute before practice. How did you like it when you guys went to play a lot of 0-1, a lot of pre-goes? I love it. And I said, it shows. I mean, and you've done a good job limiting the chunk plays over the top, because when you do that, you kind of open yourself up where, you know, you guy trips, stumbles at all, gets caught, and you can give up the big play, but it's been pretty good.
Yeah, you know, and Kempton's a huge part of why we thought it was a good idea. He's really skilled at playing man coverage. And has done an excellent job. And, you know, those corners, you know, everybody talks about O-linemen not getting much love, but I don't think the corners get what they deserve. I mean, they've been in man the vast majority of the time for 8 games, held up pretty good with Kempton. And then Josh Scott has continued to get better and better. And then Mark back there has done a great job holding it down. Those 3 guys are on the field most of the time, and most of the time playing man.
They've been solid all year. I mean, I was amazed when you said you're going to do this, and I remember that we were talking before the first game, and you said you could start playing a lot of 0, a 1-man free up high and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, but some guys are born to do that. You know, remember Darius Slay with the Lions? He came out of college, he was a DB, and they played zone. He was horrible. He was a bust. Next year they said, okay, we'll let you play man, what he did at Mississippi State. All of a sudden he's like, he's all pro. Some guys are born to do that.
Yeah, it's been a good fit with those guys.
All right, let's look at San Jose State here. What concerns you about their offense when you look at? Okay. Right.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
Let's keep it to like a top 3.
Right, we're about to find out if we can play man. That both their guys on the outside are really good. Quarterback's really good. And number 2 is as good as we've seen, and really good ball skills, or 4, I should say. And then 11 to the other side has some really good cuts as well. So. Quarterback's good, 2 really talented receivers. The tight ends are also really good weapons for them. So we're about to find out if we can match up with good players.
One of these times I ask coaches these questions, I'm like, nothing. We feel real good that we're going to whoop them. And we never get that. We always get everything that you guys stay up at night. It keeps you awake when you're trying to sleep. Although I think last night you went to bed quite quickly. We were trying to visit with you at 9:30. You were already going to be tucked into bed. I think it means you're getting old, Neal. But any new wrinkles that we're going to see? Defensively, or maybe personnel-wise, you know, get some bodies that you want to get a look at for next year?
Yeah, you know, we get the bowl practice gives you a chance to do that, and we've gotten some of that in practice. I don't know that there'll be a whole lot real new. We always have something new up front. We'll have a little bit new wrinkle up front, but it'll be a lot the same. So since we're taking shots, I'm really surprised to see the camera here. Always thought you had a really good face for radio.
Okay.
Surprised at that.
All right, we're going to go there now. That's what my wife says, too. Thank God my genes are weak and my kids are good looking. All right, I like it. You got a little spunk in them, fighting back. Your 5th bowl game with Eastern Michigan, what's your favorite part about a bowl game? Besides it extends your work year by 2 to 3 weeks, which I know you're a huge fan of.
Yeah, getting the early bowl's better than playing in the 30th.
Yeah, the 20th. I know we're talking about the Arizona Bowl, but What do you like about the
Well, I think
boys?
it's just a great experience for the kids, great reward for the kids. It's kind of a headache for coaches, actually. It's kind of a work trip where you're trying to mix pleasure in that, and it's hard to go back and forth. But for the kids, it's a great experience. They put in an awful lot of work, and yeah, they're rewarded with a scholarship and all that. But you got a lot of walk-on scout team guys and all that kind of stuff that had really busted their tail for you all year, and they get to.
And they get to make the NCAA allows them, everyone to go.
Comes. Everybody
That's
comes.
great.
Great reward.
Yeah.
Great reward for those guys to get a trip, and they have a lot of fun doing some activities and still trying to keep locked in on winning a game.
All right, finish up with a little family stuff. So rumor has it, the fam's coming in. Your kids are showing up, right?
Yeah, everybody's here. Yeah.
Do you get to enjoy that? I mean, as much as Rebecca, your wife, obviously, we were visiting with last night. She was so excited because she gets to see the kids. You get to enjoy it as well because you're, like you said, this is still a work trip.
Yeah, not as much, but we'll find some times to make sure that happens. So.
Are you gonna let Coach Creighton watch Parker, rather, your son, if Parker needs to be babysat?
No, I don't think he's capable of that still. So yeah.
Coach is telling us that story. Pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'm glad he became a head coach instead of a babysitter.
Long history there.
Yeah.
Yeah.